Hello again and welcome. This piece of wood on the lathe with a strange shape has been in this truck for around 5 weeks, and because of various things I haven't been able to get to it. My idea was to get a sort of a cash bag type hollow form, but I don't like the shape, and it has a lot of cracks, a lot of bug damage as well, but I just wanted to see what we could make out of it. So I'll be changing the shape quite drastically to something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I did shoot footage from the blank to this stage. Unfortunately, the sound let me down. So I'll show you that footage very quickly, and we'll get to this stage, and then I shall continue to reshape it and hollow out and hopefully finish it. Let's get on with it. So that's the hollow form hollowed out, and to hollow out I just used two tools. I used the Simon Hope 90mm bar with a 6mm cutter and the 30mm round negative rake scraper to refine the inside and get rid of any ridges. Two excellent tools, really do a great job. Now this piece of wood is really not pretty. The bug holes here is really powdery around here. It's got a myriad of cracks in it, etc. It's held together. You can see that the entrance hole is quite a considerably larger than it was to begin with, and I didn't get a catch. It just fell away basically, and you can still see here there are cracks there and everywhere. It's one of those projects where you will carry on with, or at least I did, because it's good practice for hollowing, and you know it's a hollow form at the end of the day, so it's a learning process. It's never going to win any prizes on beauty. The wood isn't too bad. I did think of actually colouring it at some stage, but I think what I'm going to do is just give it the usual treatment I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but nevertheless it's been a good exercise in the hollowing. So I'm just going to finish off the shaping of the bottom here now first, and get the tenon down a little bit here. So I'll do that and then I can sand up and finish. And just for a bit of added support while I'm sanding here, as I brought the tenon down quite thin, is my goblet steady, if you like. It's just a little jig with some mouse matting stuck on the end, and that goes into my tailstock, and then that can just be wound out just to hit the bottom of the piece, and then that will just give it a little bit of support. As I always say, you can never have too much support. Now, I know I said I was going to not spend too much time on finishing. However, excuse me, there are very, very many punky areas, so I'm putting neat sanding sealer on, and what will happen is that'll highlight any really soft areas which are taking in the sanding sealer, and it'll stiffen fibres, so I might give it another sand afterwards. Obviously I won't bore you with all that, but I've just gone into the groove now where I want to see what the best I can do with this piece. It's sanded up to 240 at the moment, and there are areas of very soft powdery wood, so what I'm going to do is just give it some sanding sealer. That'll highlight the areas that need a bit more work, because it'll show up when I put the finish on. I was going to oil it, and then I thought, no, if I oil it, that's just not going to do the job, in my opinion. Piece there, you see where the tool has been bouncing about and highlights all that, and also where the softer areas are, so I can give it another sand, as I say. So just keep you informed. So that's worked really well. Neat sanding sealer on there, highlighted any areas that needed more work, so I've again sanded to 240. What I've done on the inside, I've actually just sprayed it inside with ebonising lacquer, because to be honest with you, black ebonising lacquer, because it's really not worth all the effort on the inside. It's not going to be sold, it's just going to be kept in the workshop, but as I said, it's been a good exercise on hollowing and shaping as well to an extent. So what I'm going to do now is put another coat of thinned sanding sealer on here, Yorkshire Grit, Hampshire Sheen, and part him off, and we'll call it a day. And that's ended up not looking too bad. I think actually on investigation, I think it could well be eucalyptus. That would explain the extensive cracking everywhere. However, I'm quite pleased with the outcome. It's not going to be a showpiece, it certainly won't be sold or given to anybody, but it's been a good exercise. I've enjoyed turning it, so what I'll do now is turn him off, part him off, and that'll be it. Well, here's the finished piece. Not a nice piece of wood. I'm sure it's eucalyptus on reflection now. However, it was a good exercise. I enjoyed the hollowing and the turning, etc. It is not going to win any aesthetic prizes, but then at the end of the day, I'm not a production turner and I can spend time on doing things like this, which is all good practice anyway. But save it from the fire pit if you like, and at the end of the day it's got quite nice markings, and I'm pretty sure it's eucalyptus actually, and that would account for the immense cracking all over the place. Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.